Hey, Mike the Marketing Medic here, and today I want to talk about why funnel hacking does not work and what you should be doing instead. Now, this video was prompted by a Facebook discussion I got in a few days ago where somebody asked if anybody knew any funnel hackers. To which I responded that Merriam-Webster defines a hacker as a person who is inexperienced or unskilled in a particular activity. And I knew that would ruffle some feathers, but I did it anyway. And that brought up this definition of a funnel hacker, which the guy says is someone who has enough brains to find out what is working and implement it in their own business funnel. This does not mean copy it. What this means is seeing what other offers are working, what strategies they're using, and sometimes even colors and placement. To which I responded, got it. So you want to use somebody else's offer, strategy, colors, and placement, but don't copy them. Anyway, it just got worse from there. But here's what I want to talk about is why funnel hacking doesn't work. Okay. Now, one of the funnels that I've seen hacked more than any other funnel is Russell's. I'm looking for a few more of my dream clients. You wouldn't believe how many times I've seen people say that they're looking for a few more of their dream clients. Now, here's the thing. They're able to copy the headline and they're able to copy the look and feel of the page, but what they're not able to copy is what Russell did with the rest of the page, and that is testimonial. Big testimonial from Liz Benny. Testimonial. Testimonial, 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 testimonial. And then another sort of fun little video that he did with Liz, which kind of, it's not testimonial, but it's pretty good. Anyways, all these videos down here are professionally shot. They all have, they're all emotional. They all have this music behind it. And a lot of these videos are from guys who have made hundreds, if not millions of dollars, and they give Russell that credit. Okay. So if you are looking for a few more dream clients and you don't have a list of testimonials where you've made hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars for people, then you're not necessarily hacking this funnel, are you? And the other thing to keep in mind is where in Russell's value ladder this particular funnel appears. All right. Russell's not driving cold traffic to I'm looking for a few more of my dream clients, right? Russell is educating people into his products and services at a much lower price point. He's he's displaying his value to them, and it's not until they've been indoctrinated or brought into Russell's cult that they're exposed to this dream client's offer. All right. So what I've been seeing people drive cold traffic. Some no-name guy like Joe Smith says Joe Smith's looking for his dream clients. Everybody's like, who the heck is Joe Smith? And why would I want to pay him $25,000 or $50,000 to join his inner circle? All right. Now, here's one of the most important things that you've got to understand is that Russell doesn't sell he's not selling ClickFunnels. He's not selling coaching. What Russell sells is hope. And that's because Russell's a brilliant marketer. And I just want to get this right out there is Russell is brilliant. He's probably, one of the greatest online marketing minds there is today. But the thing is what he sells is hope. And that's one of the things that makes him so brilliant. And so Russell does tell you pretty much everything that he does. But what most people only get is the surface part of what Russell's teaching. Okay. And so two of Russell's big things are, are funnel hacking and you may only be one funnel away. Okay. Those are both hope-driven offers. All right. They make it sound like if you just build one funnel, right? If you just hack one funnel, then you're off to the races. And there's a lot of hope with that. But if you look at what Russell actually does, Russell does not just have one funnel, right? So I just want you to keep that in mind first. And then I want to give you a couple of examples of my own experience. So the first is a funnel that I built, and one of the funnels that helped make a pretty decent name for myself, because I worked with this client in California. It was a boot camp gym, and the claim to fame for this is that they gave me $300 in ad spend, and I turned it into like $10,360 in revenue in the first month. Okay, and so this funnel worked. It was awesome, but the other thing is that I built this funnel from A to Z. All right, I built the entire funnel. I filmed and edited the video. I put in the background music. I did all that stuff. I ran the Facebook traffic. Okay, I controlled everything. So here's the interesting part is that this funnel, honestly, it did. We did $300 in ads, and then we were doing close to $11,000 per month in revenue. So I thought I was on to a winner here, right? And I took this funnel that I created for a gym in California, and I tried it out in a gym in Chicago, and it flat bombed. It didn't do anything. So here I hacked my own funnel, but it didn't work. It didn't transfer from California to Chicago. But there are some differences, right? The differences were subtle, but they were very impactful. So the first difference was the video. Again, I went to California and I filmed the video, and this is Kristen, and I made this, you can see how she's crying here, right? I made this very emotional video that targeted our client avatar. And the gym in Chicago didn't have a video like this, right? So it wasn't necessarily the funnel that got us the results. It was this video that I created that got the results, which is very similar to Russell, right? He says he's looking for a few more dream clients, but it's not that headline that's getting him the sales. It's all the testimonial videos below. Same with this. It's more of this video than it is the funnel itself. All right. So that's one example of how I couldn't even hack my own funnel and make it work. Now here's another one. This one's really interesting. So you'll see this is my ClickFunnels account, and we'll go down here and we'll see, where is it? Off-grid arc, okay, Russell version. So this is a funnel that Russell Brunson made himself for me. So just a little bit of a backstory is that when I first started working with Russell, I hired to be in his Inner Circle coaching program, and that starts with a decade in a day. So what happens is, 5 or 6 people jump on a call with him during the day, and we each get like 1 hour with Russell, where Russell teaches us everything that he'd learned over the past decade. He instills that knowledge into us over an hour. And I joined with Russell because I wanted to build a funnel to build my Isogenics, my multi-level marketing business. But Russell saw that I wasn't really that passionate about protein powder, but I do live off grid. And he said, you know what? Survival Life is just crushing it in that whole survival life space. And I think you should do something in the off grid space and hack their funnels. Okay. So he had a guy working for him who built, as part of a decade in a day, he built out my first funnel for me, and it did nothing, like zero, right? And so I had Voxer access to Russell, so he told me different ways to tweak it and change it and whatever. So I did that, and nothing worked. So again, talked to Russell over Voxer, and he said, okay, build a funnel that looks like this. So I rebuilt the funnel, and I made it look like Russell said, and again, it did nothing. And the traffic we were getting was awesome traffic, but the funnel wouldn't convert. And finally, Russell just got completely frustrated. He's like, Mike, you know what? Leave us with me. Let me build your funnel for you, and let's get you making some money. I was like, whoa, this is amazing, right? And so Russell built me this off-grid arc funnel. That's why it says Russell version, and this is what it looks like here. So Russell actually built this funnel for me. That's my dog playing with his bone. And same thing, Russell built this and it got nothing. And what he was doing was he was hacking a survival life funnel. But here's what you need to understand that differentiates me from survival life. Survival life understands the lifetime value of a customer, right? And because they have their like $97 a month newsletter, that's their back-end continuity package. And they know how many people can get into that. And they know that once somebody signs up for their $97 a month continuity package, that client's values like $4,300 on average. And I'm making up these numbers. I don't know what Survival Life's numbers are, but they know the lifetime value of a customer. So where they can give you like a free credit card knife offer, they're okay losing $5, $10, $20, $50 on that offer. They're okay losing that much money, even if they don't make that money back for weeks or a couple months. Agora Financial, some of their funnels, they are in debt with a prospect for 6 months before that prospect starts showing the positive return on investment. All right. So that works great for somebody like Agora Financial, for somebody like Survival Life with deep pockets. They can finance. They're okay paying for a customer for a few days or weeks or even a couple months. They're okay taking a loss because they know that if they stick with it long enough, they're going to get a positive ROI. Whereas if you're a brand new entrepreneur with shallow pockets, you can't start your business by losing money, like lots of money, for the first bunch of weeks or months. Okay, so that's why I couldn't compete with Survival Life, because I couldn't take the front end losses that they could take. Okay, does that make sense? So now, if you look back at that Facebook thing where the guy says that you want to see what offers are working, what strategies they're using, and sometimes even color and placement. Now, what I want to show you with that is, let's just get this in full screen here because it'll look cooler. This is part of a webinar I'm doing where you have to understand your audience's level of sophistication. Okay, so level 1, they're a brand new market. This is from Eugene Schwartz, Breakthrough Advertising. But are they a brand new market? If they are, then you can make any claim. Like let's look at the Garcinia, that little fruit that helps you lose weight. Okay, so you can just have a pill that the offer could be, the claim is lose weight without diet or exercise. Boom, right? If nobody's ever heard that before, that is going to work. Okay, you can just make that claim. But then when the competition comes on, they start using that Garcinia fruit as well, then you've got to outdo them. All right, so then you make a bigger claim where they're just saying, lose weight. You can say lose 10 pounds in 7 days with our diet pill, and that's gonna, without diet or exercise, right? So that's going to beat out your competition because your claim is better. But then you can't just keep up and up and up and up in the claim. So then you need to introduce what we call a unique mechanism, right? So that's when you can introduce, Garcinia has this special enzyme that stops your fat producing hormones from producing fat cells. So, whoa, that makes complete sense, and that's super awesome, right? But then that unique mechanism, it wears out over time as other people start to adopt it, and you need to create a newer or a better mechanism, right? So that's when you can combine Garcinia with some other really cool fruit or enzyme or something that has a synergistic effect that makes the people who are just using Garcinia alone, that makes them obsolete, right? But then you get to the point where the mechanism burns out the audience entirely, and the skepticism is super high, and you need to do something completely different and unique. Okay, a very good example of this is what has happened with razor blades, right? Razor blades used to be like a straight blade, whoa, right? You cut your face off, and then it went to a cartridge, and then it was a blade in a cartridge, so you wouldn't cut yourself, and that was really cool. And then they did 2 blades in a cartridge because 2 blades are better than 1. Then they went to 2 blades in an aloe strip, and because 2 blades in an aloe strip is better than just 2 blades. And then they went to 3 blades. Then they went to 3 blades in a aloe strip and a pivoting head, then a rotating head, right? Then a vibrating head and all this stuff, right? And now we're at the point where it's, you've got 4 blades, you've got an aloe strip, you've got the rollerball head that contours with your face. You really can't create any bigger, better mechanism. So you need to have different marketing entirely. All right. So this is where, you could say that funnel hacking comes in. So look at what these guys have done to go head to head with the big boys when it comes to selling razor blades. If you guys haven't heard of Dollar Shave Club, then you want to check these guys out. So now this is where funnel hacking works. Okay. Now, I'm saying it works. You're saying, well, I don't have a razor blade to sell, so how can I use Dollar Shave Club? Well, this is where you want to look at the marketing that Dollar Shave Club is doing to go against a competitor, and Dollar Shave Club is doing something very, very unique. All right, so they're bringing a lot, instead of upping the ante with all the features of the razor blade, they've got a completely different lane, and they're making their razor blades just super fun, and they're just poking jabs at their competition. So like if you haven't seen this Dollar Shave Club video, you need to watch it because it's awesome. But if you just look at, enlightened customer number 167, I save $100 per year on shaving now. Basically, I'm a genius, right? So it's just super funny. Oh, this is cool here. Free blades for life. So what happens is you earn a free month for every friend you sign up, right? So if you can get 1,000 friends to join, that means you'll get 83 years of free razors. And if you live long on that, bravo, we'll be happy to keep sending, right? So these guys have just made it super funny. When you click on the do it button, it's kind of cool. If you just look at their copy, it's just so witty, right? You will love this razor, and your lover can use it too. This one over here has some fun things. This blade comes from the future and lives in outer space, right? So they've gone a completely different way than Gillette, who is just trying to outdo their competition by adding a better aloe gel and by adding more blades to their razor. So anyway, if you want a funnel hack, then I wouldn't recommend, like I say, if you've got a gym in Texas, then where is it? If you've got a gym in Texas, then you could hack this, and I'll tell you that this funnel worked awesome when I used it. But if you try to do what I did in Texas, it probably won't work. Unless you can do a video like I did, then it's probably not going to work. So instead of funnel hacking, what you want to do is learn how to market. And here's the thing. That's what funnel hacking is supposed to be about. Funnel hacking is supposed to take away the hard work of learning marketing. And instead, funnel hacking is, like, imagine if I did have a razor blade and I tried to hack this and I used their colors. I put like a wooden background in, and I used similar copy, and I used a picture here with a quote here. Like that, it won't work. I'm telling you, it won't work. What you need to do, though, is look at the marketing strategy behind it. These guys are using humor. These guys are using relationship building to create a very enticing ad. Anyways, I hope that helps and it sort of explains why you don't want to just hack a funnel, because it doesn't work. You need to understand marketing. You need to understand the offer. First of all, actually, you need to understand your buyer profile. Okay, your BP. Like, what is your buyer profile? Again, if you were to hack this, like this gym was targeting, women aged 30 to 50 who were, slightly overweight to overweight, and so I created a video with that buyer in the video, so that there'd be a relationship. If you've got a gym that's targeting, men who want to get huge, well, then this video is not going to work, right? So anyway, but if you're hacking this, then what you want to do is you want to look for you're like, okay, so these guys, they have a Agape 10-pound Fast and Furious challenge. So that's a challenge that Facebook, there's no claims there, and so it'll be accepted by Facebook. So that's cool. It's got an offer to join for only $69 a month. I show you how you can. It's got a $318 value, so you can see the worth of it. But then the most important thing again is the video, and you want to say, okay, so if this funnel is working, it's probably because of the video. And so you want to look at the video. You want to say, okay, so this is a woman, crying and talking about her journey, and she creates a strong emotional bond with her audience. And with us, it creates a strong emotional bond with our buyer profile. So you need to look at your buyer profile. And again, if you're trying to do a gym for, big guys with big pecs that can go up and down and big, 36-inch pythons, then you don't want to have your guy crying about how, I used to be skinny and now I'm really strong. That's not going to relate to your people. It's got to be more of a manly, hard-driven one that your buyer profile is going to relate to. All right, so I'm going to start rambling here in a sec, so I'm going to stop and let you think about that stuff, and hopefully it helps you out. And if you want to learn more about how to actually have a marketing strategy, then click on the link and learn about the Marketing Medic apprenticeship program, where I teach everything that I'm talking about here and how to actually create funnels that convert and how not to just copy funnels of your competitors. All right. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.